we start a new year here in Greenville, South Carolina, there are a lot of big projects that are coming up here in the Upstate. I want to share my top projects with you and keep you up to date so you can be the most informed person on what's going on here in the Upstate. Hi, I'm Evan Whaley, your favorite Greenville realtor. I continue to be amazed by how many things are happening here in Greenville County, and the entire Upstate. There's so many amazing projects that are happening that are going to impact this city, this county, and this whole area for the long term. The first I have to talk about is Tesla actually opening a regional distribution center here in the Upstate. They're going to be in Fountain Inn in the Fox Hill Business Center. This was huge news to all the people here in the Upstate. This was something that wasn't necessarily completely expected. The Upstate has already proven to be a great place for companies in the automobile industry to really move to and have a lot of success. We've got BMW, ZF Transmissions, and Michelin all here in the area, and we've got other smaller companies as well that cater to that industry. Bringing Tesla to the Upstate is just another sign that the Upstate is really committed to the automobile industry, and they're really committed to the EV, electronic vehicle industry as well. With BMW already opening a facility and a plant here in Greenville that should open in 2025, and Tesla opening their operation here in the Upstate, it's just another growing sign of Greenville and the Upstate's dedication to the automobile industry. Since we're already talking about Fountain Inn, we should talk about Fountain Inn's comprehensive plan for growth. Back in August of 2023, this plan was finalized and approved. When we look at the comprehensive plan for Fountain Inn, they've got several areas. They actually have 10 that they've picked. I'll just highlight a couple of those just to give you an overall insight as to what they're thinking, some of the ones that stood out to me. They really want to increase population, they want to increase housing, making affordable and quality homes for people in the Fountain Inn area. They want to bring more jobs to the area, which clearly they're having success with already, as we can see with Tesla moving to the area, and other companies that are slated to come in the future. They want to increase the community facilities. They really want to make a good community impact and bring citizens together. And they want to have a strong economic impact to continue to bring money back to the city so they can continue to invest it. As we look at some of the upcoming things that are in that plan, one of the first things is changing some of the city zoning ordinances so they can ensure that places that need to be residential are residential, and then when they need to have commercial development in certain areas, they want to make sure that they have it zoned correctly. Next, they want to extend and maintain the Swamp Rabbit Trail. That is such a growing thing and something that so many people that move to the area say is one of the reasons why they've moved, and something that locals just love and enjoy. So they want to extend it, and it really will run through the entire Upstate by the time they're done with all the development that will happen on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. The last two things they want to do, they want to create a local mobility plan, and they want to do an impact study fee. Some really exciting developments and things happening in the Fountain Inn area. I've got to imagine that we're going to continue to see home values rise in Fountain Inn. We're going to see more developments that are going to happen in that area in the upcoming months and years. It'll be really interesting to watch how Fountain Inn continues to develop. Another thing that's happening in the area is the 25-story building that's on North Main. The landmark building is going to get a total revitalization, and it's also going to get rebranded. It's going to get a new name. So the building's going to be called The Daniel now, built after Charles Daniel, who built the building in 1966. Since this building is so prominent, being 25 stories in that area, this will bring a nice facelift to the entire area. Overall, this is a development that a lot of people here in the Upstate are very excited about. Greenville continues to grow in the entertainment industry. Trueline is one of the big developments that will be happening in 2025 that people are just absolutely thrilled about. Trueline will be in the west end of Greenville. It's going to be in Rhett Street, one of the old buildings that was there. They're taking that down and they're going to build this entertainment complex. Overall, this venue is going to be 3,400 square feet. It's estimated it'll host about 1,700 people. The concert acts are going to vary. They're expected to have people from all different genres come into the area, and they hope to attract some really fantastic artists. The businesses here in Greenville are super excited about this. This is expected to be one of those dollar for dollar impact things. They expect that this will bring not only jobs to the Upstate, but people to the Upstate, and then income to the businesses here in the Upstate. Trueline is expected to employ over 500 people, and again, that's expected to come in 2025. This is going to be a really unique development for the city of Greenville, and being in downtown, this could drive a lot of foot traffic. You could drive a lot of people to the area, and it could be really exciting depending on what artists they can bring. Trueline is expected to bring an additional $12 million to the city of Greenville to all the local businesses. So this is a really great development in a lot of different ways, not only for the citizens, but for also getting more people traveling to the area and bringing an economic impact to the entire area. Since we're talking about the city of Greenville, another big thing that's happening here in the city is the Cherrydale area is actually planning to annex itself into the city of Greenville. To annex yourself into the city of Greenville, there has to be a 75% vote approval from all the local businesses there to actually annex themselves into the city. All of the local businesses have voted, they've got all the requirements now, and they've presented this in front of the city to actually get approved to be within city limits. The reason for the big push for the businesses in this area to actually annex itself into the city is they wanted to save money on taxes and their water bill. The water bill would be expected to be cut into a third of what they're paying, taxes would be cut down, and it would also increase emergency services for the area. In the budget, the city has already included 20 additional police officers for the area. Now, people who live in this area may be wondering, because typically when you live in the city, as far as residential, your taxes are actually higher. None of the residential will be actually annexed into the city. It'll just be this commercial development. In Cherrydale, we've got a lot of different businesses, including Chick-fil-A, Ingles, TJ Maxx, Aldi, and many others. So all of those would be included in the city. And the city is planning to review this plan and go through and work through the process through the month of February. It is expected to get approved since the businesses have already done everything they need to do on their end, and the city seems to already be making some initial planning. But of course, things can always change, and I'll keep you updated if anything does happen to shift with this. We continue to see more restaurants moving to the Greenville area. City Barbecue just recently opened on Woodruff Road in the Five Forks area. City Barbecue has over 70 locations. They're a barbecue franchise that's based out of Ohio. They serve hickory smoked meats, desserts, and they're open 7 days a week, and they include a drive-thru. One of the special things about City Barbecue is they do decide to support local charities and nonprofits. This will be a great development in Greenville, and we're excited to see how City Barbecue takes off here. This last item that I want to talk about is something that could impact the entire state of South Carolina. And something when I have people that relocate to the area, they're totally a little bit confused about. In South Carolina, we have these things called blue laws, which affects alcohol sales. There are 3 potential bills that the state of South Carolina is looking into. The first of which would actually allow your home delivery services like DoorDash, Uber Eats to actually drop off and deliver alcohol to an individual. The second bill would allow micro distilleries to actually sell liquor on Sundays. And the third bill would actually allow cities, towns, and counties to decide on their own practices for Sundays on doing liquor sales or not. All 3 bills are currently in committee and are being reviewed. It'll be interesting to see what happens with these 3 bills. There's been a lot of people that fight for and against these type of movements here in the state of South Carolina. So overall, it'll be really interesting to see what ends up happening. If you'd like to stay up to date as far as what's going on here in the local area, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I do one of these videos once a month, and I want to make sure that you stay tuned in and that you get the video first thing as soon as I publish it. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment down below. Which development are you most excited to see come to the area?